Hey, this is Carrie with Canary Quilts, and this is block 10 of the Designer Mystery Block of the Month, and this is a gorgeous block. I mean, as soon as I opened this and I saw the pattern, I was like, wow, this really appeals to me. And it's not hard to put together. It looks difficult, but it really isn't hard at all. So it was a lot of fun. You see that I've got it trimmed out here. I did that in the last video. I trimmed out all my blocks and I got 2 rows put together, so I'll link that video down below if you want to see how I did this. It's not too hard, but from here on out I'm going to be trimming these out as I go. So this block is called LightHouse, and it's by Shelancia Daniel, designed by Shelancia Daniel, from creativityshell.org if you want to check that out. So I'm just going to show you my cuts, walk through how I did this, see what you think, and that's about it. It's not going to take too long. I love these heart shapes. I mean, it looks like a square when you look at it, but when you look close, it looks like a heart. And these here aren't too hard to put together. I was wondering how those would go together, but yeah, it's a lot of fun. These are my comfort blocks. I say it every month. These are my comfort blocks. I love the colors. They're not too hard, but they're not too easy. I get them, I put them together, and I feel really good about myself when I'm done. So they're my comfort blocks every month. They're a lot of fun. But anyway, if you want to watch me finish this, hit the subscribe button, notification bell, and you can watch me finish this quilt out here in a couple months. You can watch me do my birds of a feather quilt, which I've got here, and back here is March, which is coming out in a couple days. If you want to check that out, I have links to that down below, and all the other fun stuff I got going on here. I love to do box openings, show you what I get in my mail. Those are so much fun. If you want to stick around for that too. But anyway, let's get started on block 10. Gosh, it seems like we just did block 9 of the Designer Mystery Block of the Month. But look at this block. That is gorgeous. I cannot wait to build this. This is so pretty. This is called LightHouse. It's block number 10, and it's designed by Shelancia Daniel of creativityshell.org. And she did a beautiful job. I love the colors, I love the design, and I just can't wait to finish this block out. But I've got my pieces cut. I've got my background, and as I always do, I take my backgrounds and sort them so they're face up, because it really is hard to tell the front from the back. So I know when I grab them, I'm grabbing them face up. And then these 2 are going to be our stripes. This is going to be this heart shape. Looks like a heart shape to me. And then this is going to be around the center of the, I think it's probably this one. These 4 will probably be the corners of this block. These 2 are going to go together to make this stripe. And then this with the background is going to make our heart shaped block. So it looks complicated, but I don't think that it is at all. It's going to be a lot of fun to put together. So let's get started. All right, before we actually get started, I like to try to get all of my items marked before I get started, so then I can just start sewing. So we need to mark on the diagonal on our C's, our B's, our G's, and our A's. So I've got all those done, but now we're going to take our C's and our E's, and we're going to make some half square triangles here. So let's take a C, or an E and a C, and we'll put them together and then sew a 1/4 inch seam. We'll sew a 1/4 inch seam on both sides of this diagonal line. And then we'll end up with 4 half square triangles. So I'm going to get that done. And we are ironing towards the green side. All right. There we go. All right, just like that, I have 4 half square triangles, and I've ironed towards the green. So now to make that beautiful stripe we see, we need to take an A and put one in each corner, just like that. And just like a flying goose, we're going to sew along the line, trim a 1/4 inch from it, and iron towards that white corner. So I'm just going to put both corners in at the same time and get that done. All right, there's our beautiful striped corner block right there. That is gorgeous. I like that. I may have to try to figure out how to use something like that in the future. So next we're going on to what I'm calling the heart shape. This blue right here, heart shape. And we need our F pieces. We have 8 of them. And we need 4 lefts and 4 rights. So for the lefts, we need to go, I'm calling it the lefts because we're going to cut off this left corner. We need to go with our A from the top right down to the left middle of our F piece. And then we're going to need some B's on the bottom, just like this. So we're cutting off each corner here. And then for the right, we're going to do just the opposite. We're going to go from the upper left to the middle right of our F, and we're going to also cut off the corners on the bottom with our A's. So, and just like we did with the corners here, we're going to sew on the line, trim 1/4 of an inch from it, and then iron towards the background pieces. So that's how those are put together. So you have 4 lefts, 4 rights. At least that's what I'm calling them. All right, there's my left and right halves done. So got my heart in an upside down shape right now. We're just going to put the 2 halves together. Let's line up our seams. And then we'll sew these 2 together, and we are going to be ironing this seam open. And we will end up with 4 of these little heart shapes. All right, there's my 4 hearts finished up. Pretty simple. And now we got one more simple task. We got to take our D and our G's. And we've got 4 G's here that we're just going to put in each corner. And they've got this diagonal line drawn on. So we're chopping off each corner. So we're going to do the same thing we've done the previous 2 times, where we sew on the line, trim 1/4 of an inch from the line, and iron towards the corner. And then all our blocks are done for this. We just have to assemble our little 9 patch. All right, there's my center block done. Pretty easy, didn't take any time. So what we need to do is we need to take 2 of our hearts and put it on either side of this center block like this. And then we need to take 2 corners, and they need to be pointing in towards the center. And then take our 2 heart blocks and put them basically upside down. So these are the 3 rows that we need to assemble. So I'm going to get these sewn together, and all our seams from here on out are going to be ironed open. So I'll come back here when all my rows are put together. All right, there's our rows. This block is gorgeous. I am in love with this block. So we just have to match our seams, match these seams, and our little block's gonna be done. It's so pretty. I am in love with this block. Like I've said the past few times, this is like a comfort food block for me. It's not too difficult. It's not too easy, but it's not too difficult. And the colors are just a comforting color, and I get it each month. And it just kind of makes me happy to make this block. So yeah, my comfort food blocks. So I'm going to get these sewn together, iron these seams open, and this block will be finished. Here she is. She is beautiful. This is block number 10, called LightHouse, from, the designer is Shelancia Daniel, creativityshell.org. She did a beautiful job. I would encourage you to check out her website, see what she's got. But if you watched my last video, block 9, I finished out all my blocks, and I actually put 2 rows together. So I'm going to start finishing these out each month as I get them. So there's only 2 months left after this one. I'm not going to show you that. I'm just going to get it done. But I will link the video right now, block 9, up here if you're interested in seeing me finish these out. Or I'll link it down in the description below too. So you can check the fabrics out below. The Designer Mystery of the Month, I do believe, are going to be available once this is done in May. And if you like what you see in the end, you can order this beautiful quilt. There's lots of other patterns with this fabric also. It's really pretty fabric. It's just very comforting. I really like it. And I'm really enjoying working with this fabric and the pattern. But anyway, I had fun making this block. I had fun making this video. Hit the subscribe button, notification bell. You'll watch me finish this out in a couple months. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.